I started my career in digital advertising about 10 years ago, running my own digital marketing agency. I worked with all types of advertising, I believe, from like traditional ones like Google ads, Facebook ads, to non-traditional ones like Shopify ads, LinkedIn ads. I even launched ads in site fever advertising platforms. So and all these platforms of course have something in common. You either pay for your ads to be shown by certain criteria, like you choose target whom you want to show your ads. Either you show trigger which allows your potential audience to see your ads. After working with digital advertising, I launched my own fundraising platform, Save Us, and it was incredibly successful, mostly because thanks to my previous experience. It was a platform where volunteers, activists could create fundraising goals and raise money for them. In total, we raised about 1 million, and I believe we would raise 2 million by the end of the next year. But platform was closed by Belarusian officials, and now I'm developing my startup in Europe. It's called Fundy, and it helps charities, NGOs, nonprofits to kickstart the online fundraising, like in 5 minutes, to create donation forms, implement them into their existing website, or share around social media, and start fundraising immediately. That was a brief intro about me. As you may guess, here am I on the photo. Yeah. And today we will be speaking about digital advertising, particularly fundraising, direct fundraising campaigns mostly. I won't waste your time speaking how it is important to be presented on the web in 2024. Yeah, I believe we all aware about it. Yeah. I won't also spend a lot of time about some generic things. And at first, I would like to show you statistics about of online giving in the US for 2022, because we don't have still statistic for 2023, but it is, as you see, ready for 2022. Why US? Because it's the biggest fundraising market in the world. It is trendsetter in all fundraising. The way charities raise money in the US, it's like I believe it is more. They look more deeper in numbers than businesses. Yeah, they calculate all the maths. They build the economics, financial models. They collect all the statistics. They basically watch every aspect of their online fundraising, and all these trends will come to, I believe, to Europe in a couple of years, and to Eastern Partnership countries in 3-4 years. But it really depends on the country, because, for example, in Ukraine, in Belarus, these trends appear sometimes even faster than in Western European countries. Let's start. As the slide states, online donations are on the rise. They are growing incredibly fast, about 20% from year to year. And so is the race for online donations. Competition on the digital advertising landscape in the US becomes a new reality. Charities increase their spendings in digital advertising by 28% from 2021 to 2022. That's that's a really big amount of money. It's about, I would say, that's something about 100 million US dollars spent only on digital advertising. Yeah. Organic traffic generates only 38% of the whole charity website fundraising traffic in the United States, and you can compare it to your numbers of your projects, how traffic splits in your projects. But I believe from my experience that it's mostly organic traffic, and by organic traffic, I mean traffic from search engines and from social media posts, all traffic that you didn't pay for. The numbers that surprised even me is desktop versus mobile average donation amount, because everyone was speaking about importance of mobile traffic, and we will see later that it is really important. It is the biggest share of traffic, yes, but the nation's amount is still low on mobile devices compared to desktop ones. There is a variety of reasons, and we will talk about this later too. And the most popular spending channel in the US is Meta. Meta is basically Facebook, Instagram ads, but Google, but they spend almost the same amount of money on Google advertising too. As I said, investments in digital advertising grew from 2021 to 2022 by almost every category of nonprofits, charities, except cultural ones. And there is a reason for that, because cultural organizations are almost all cultural organizations are eligible for Google Ads grants, and they don't count in that statistics. Google Ads grants, we will talk about them tomorrow. It's an opportunity for NGOs, for charities, nonprofits to receive grants, 10K in monthly ads spendings, totally free, but with certain, but they have certain problems too. Okay. Goal of spending money is the most popular goal is direct fundraising. That's what we are talking about. What is direct fundraising? It's basically we need money for certain purpose, and we show this ad around Facebook, around Instagram, around Google search. And channel, the most popular one is Meta. Second one is search. Basically, search, it is Google Ads. Or also Yahoo. There is Yahoo still exists in the US. Bing still exists too. But yeah, the most popular is Google anyway. So like always, share is pretty same when you spend money on digital advertising, especially direct fundraising, you spend it either on Meta, either on Google Ads. Okay, here is some statistics about returns on digital spendings. Yeah. And the first table shows how these investments in digital advertising paid off. How you should read this table. Basically, if, for example, cultural nonprofits spend some $300 bucks on advertising, and in search they get back 375 bucks. In Meta they get back so just 32 bucks, and and we don't have data about other systems they spend money in. From this first table, we see that returns are the biggest one in search ads, and in Meta, in Twitter, X, video, especially video ads, these returns are lower, but it still depends on category of nonprofit that is launching ads, because like, for example, as you see, hunger and poverty charities spend, for example, spending $100 for video ads, get to 250 in returns. So launching an app ads, choosing your channels, you should always consider consider your category and do some homework with data. You should look how your category of nonprofit perform in various channels. Here you can see cost per donation. Basically, it's how much money charities spend to receive one donation. And you can split these numbers by 3 for Europe. For example, like small charities spent on search at $64. You can split it in 3 for Europe, because prices for advertising in the US are like really huge. So in Europe, it will be around $20 per donation, and in Eastern Partnership countries, you can split it in like 10 times or even 15 times, because all these prices, all these numbers are such big, because there is because of competition, basically. In the US, there is huge competition, so yeah. So the numbers are big, and you can see it's basically from definition of small, medium, and large charities. Even my Save Us fundraising platform I mentioned before drops just in a category of medium charity on the US fundraising market. Yeah. Okay. Monthly giving versus one time. I want to point your attention here, because I believe if you start building your online fundraising pipeline in 2024, you should definitely start to build it with considering monthly donations, recurrent donations, because as you see, one-time support of donators is dropping, but monthly is growing, and this trend will only animal welfare feels great in both categories. Yeah, interesting. But this trend will continue, because when you have like 10 subscriptions to charities you're a fan of, you won't subscribe to another 10, and you even won't consider one-time donation to another 10 charities. So basically now, if before it was a game to onboard one-time donation, now it's more about you can compare it with app acquisition. When you get user, your job is to make his lifetime value as long as possible. And so this will work with charities too. You need to onboard user, subscribe him to monthly payments, and engage him to not to unsubscribe from your payments. And of course, that means that your like donation processing system should allow to your donators to subscribe. Yeah. Now we came to website fundraising, and as you see, the mobile traffic is bigger than than desktop one. But the nation's amount and transaction amount is much bigger in desktop, like 75% compared to 25 in mobile. It is it's even non-competitive. There are two reasons for that. Basically, non-optimized websites, because when you come by a Facebook ad and see that GDPR screen, you are not willing to donate really after seeing that. Yeah, so you should optimize your mobile screens. And the second reason that I didn't put into presentation is payment processing systems. When you pay through mobile device on the web, you pay mostly through Apple Pay or Google Pay. You don't want to take your card out of your pocket and fill all these forms. So for mobile devices, it's really, really important to implement all that easy payment processing systems and implement them like as fast as possible, because as I said, these trends will come to Europe, Europe, Central Europe, Eastern Europe, Eastern Partnership countries in 2-3 years. But you can be the first one to who will onboard the most regular donators in your region. Also interesting statistics, how low is basically the conversion of organic website visitors. Yeah, but I believe it's not surprising. Email fundraising. Things that charities, nonprofits, CSOs around Eastern Partnership countries never consider as important is email fundraising, but it's accounted for almost 14% of all revenue generated by raised online by US charities. And if you will look at the first table, it's basically a number of new email subscribers in a list that's gained during year. For example, you have 100K subscribers in your list, and if this number is 0.15, you will get 15,000 email subscribers during year based on your category. It's of course it's average numbers. You can't apply them directly, but it's basically free donators, free people who love to read your stories, who love to follow your organization. So if you will have a chance, just look at email fundraising as a must-have channel to onboard your donators, to communicate with your users, beneficiaries. I very rarely see good on email fundraising, email marketing around Eastern Partnership countries. It's very underestimated, and I believe it's a huge growth opportunity. Yeah, for 1,000 fundraising emails sent, average revenue is $90. That is pretty decent number. So, considering these statistics, what are the main challenges for charities fundraising in 2022, in 2024? Growing competition. There are more charities that appearing who are launching digital advertising, spendings increase, and you have to if 5 years ago, you could be the only charity in your home country who runs digital advertising, runs Facebook campaigns, Google search campaigns. Today, you probably won't be the only one, and in the upcoming years, that competition will be growing. Smart charities reinvest money into reinvest money raised through online fundraising into future campaigns. If you launched Facebook ads, you raised $2,000 for your goals, then you should reinvest 200 into future fundraising campaigns. You should make it a process. You don't have you should just put it into your budget, into your causes budget. Yeah. Traffic becomes more expensive year to year, obviously, and shift regular. The nation's 28% of revenue came mostly from regular giving. So I believe in the upcoming years it will be more and more and more. Yeah. Opportunities. One more thing, there is, of course, in Eastern Partnership countries, there is lack of initial budget to start online fundraising, lack of tech solutions, and lack of expertise. And I know that situation when you're alone and you have to launch advertising, you have to launch email campaigns. You have to create some website and website visual builder, and but that's the reality we we live in. Opportunities. As I said, these trends didn't happen already in Europe, so you can take in advance and already start planning your fundraising flow around monthly subscriptions. Build your email marketing. It's a obvious thing to do, and you can start doing it today. Start collecting your email your base of emails, and plan at least monthly reporting to your donators. It's a really good thing that helped me a lot in Save every month. Users who donated received updates of campaigns they have donated to. And by doing that, we were encouraging them to check these campaigns on our website, to donate more, and basically it was some value that we provided to them. They gave us money, and we gave them good mood for the rest of the day. That's how your donation was helpful for that particular dog you have donated to. His leg is cured now, and he's running. Look at these wonderful photos. Next, reinvest at least 10%, as I said before. Really just put it as your in your spending budget to reinvest 10% of money raised through advertising. And invest in tech. If you don't have an opportunity, use plug and play solutions. If you don't have a budget to create a proper website, don't try to become a WordPress developer. Just create it using Wix. If you don't have money to create your own payment processing with regular donations, just use just use fundraising services that allow you to create donations. Learn to add. I know that everyone of civil activists, everyone in NGOs, charities doing great job. Like as I always say, literally rock stars of like activists should be rock stars, modern rock stars, yeah, in a good world. But distribution is a king, as in business, as in tech. Nobody cares about tech you code it. Nobody cares how good is your stuff until people know about it. So uh, it's really important to make distribution. We came closer to hands-on demonstration of how to create your first Facebook ads campaign and digital advertising campaign. And as I said before, if you launch an ad campaign, it's basically choice so from two systems, and frankly speaking, there is no choice at all because you will be using both for different tasks. If you know keywords that will show that your potential donators are looking for, then your first choice is obvious. Google Ads, if people in the region are looking for charities that solves some problems they care about, and you can do this research. You can go to Google Keyword Planner. We will do it actually tomorrow. You can go to if you can go to Google Keyword Planner and see some queries, search words that will launch ads you want to show to your user base, then your first choice is Google. If you don't, then your first choice is Facebook, because in Facebook is much more flexible with experiments. If you know your audience, if you know at least your beneficiaries, yeah, you you will be able to launch some advertising in Facebook. But yeah, also if you want to launch some video advertising, I believe video advertising works incredibly good with with charities, with nonprofits. It's like golden mine of donations. It can become, yeah, really useful. Yeah. So if you considering launching video ads, then you use Google to show them on YouTube. Yeah. And some specific advices how to create really strong ads. Make your fundraising goal specific and transparent as much as you can. Like, don't be embarrassed to ask for donation. Be creative with your targeting. At first, do some customer development homework, like talk with your beneficiaries and understand who wants to help them or who wants to support your product. Then maybe talk with some donators that already supported you and ask them questions. Why did you support it us? When did you make the final decision to send money? Where are you working at? Yeah. What type of day it was when you sent us donation? Because sometimes you can get some incredibly valuable insights. Okay, mm, let me give you an example again. For example, the best audience that worked for us were IT guys with pets who have some pets, yeah, and who are interested, who at least once visited charity websites. And about timing, we launched ads 2 times monthly in the days when they receive first and second part of salary. Yeah, and it worked worked really great, as I said, 10 times we received 10 times more than spent. But unfortunately, Belarus was a small country, is a small country. It's a small country and it wasn't very scalable. Yeah, but if it was a bigger country, then opportunity to scale these donations were enormous, like, really. Report back. Give your donators, give people who support you some value. As I said, emails with stories, how they really helped you with their donation. Stories about your new achievements, stories about maybe if you like didn't get to the point that you promised, why it didn't happen. Yeah, it's totally okay. It's totally normal. People even are willing to, people even will support you more. Yeah. Do the maths, calculate your budget, calculate how much you can raise through digital advertising, calculate how much you raised after your budget ended. Yeah, and always try to improve it. Always try something new, some new hypothesis, some new improvement to your audience. If you're in Facebook, some new analyticals, connect some new analytics to dive deep. Yeah, because without analytics, you shouldn't launch any ads. And first step, you install Google Tag Manager. Second step, you install Facebook Pixel and Google Analytics into your Google Tag Manager. You you test events that they're proceeding by your analytical systems, and then you launch it. Yeah. Next, build processes. Think about fundraising as a routine. Don't start online advertising when everything is already bad and when you don't have enough money. Launch ads in advance, as I said, reinvest, and everything will be great. Storytelling. Don't use AI for storytelling. I'm begging you, because like, I believe like uh, I can see AI texts like without any problem. I don't know about other people, but when I see AI texts, I just skip it. It is easily recognizable after this year of AI generated text. So just don't use it. You can use it for design, you can improve your visuals, but don't use it for storytelling. Write even like you don't have perfect English, just better use translator, better write it not in a not perfect way, but with human touch. And yeah. And that's basically, I believe, the most successful advertising campaign that I ever encountered. I don't know about other countries. In Belarus, it was about half a year when these guys they buy out all YouTube traffic in the whole country, and timing was really bad, but even with bad timing, they raised like tens of millions for through these video ads. So if you have a chance to launch video advertising, take the chance and do it. Let's start then. Um, uh, we are now in Facebook Ads Manager. I already filled up business details, payment details, yeah. So so you don't have to watch it. Yeah, and here is how we start launching advertising campaign. We started with choosing some goal. And these goals are basically they're basically two goals. Yeah, either we want Facebook to optimize our traffic to for end users to do some action. Either we want him to just to optimize our ads to show it to the most relevant people possible. I believe we will go with online traffic this time because it's the most obvious way to get money from donators to your website. Yeah, but you can use. Okay, you online sales is totally useless for you. App, I believe, if you have an app, then okay. If don't, useless for you. Leads. It's mostly for customer development. It works great for customer development, but also for like bringing people to your mailing list, but not for direct online fundraising. Messages, believe useless too. Awareness, if you have some video ad, it can be a great video ad designs and all the stuff. Yeah, with good script, well filmed, then it can be like cheaper for you to launch this type of campaign, but in most cases it will be online traffic. Here you can choose either Facebook will set up campaign for you, either you will set up it manually. So I believe it will be automated mostly in upcoming years, but now we will take manual setup. Cool. Here, you don't have to choose anything because many charities choose this latest paragraph, but you don't have to because it's about that elections in the United States. It doesn't applicable to all charities, all social issues, all NGOs. Yeah, so just don't choose anything here. Here you once again choosing a goal of your campaign. We choose traffic. And then you should open this option and add spending limit of your campaign. It is well hidden. For example, okay. We enter them. Here you can create A/B test. After publishing what is A/B tests, it's basically an opportunity to launch separate ads on the same audience. And then, considering their performance, Facebook will choose one that performs better. It can include either headlines, descriptions, creatives, even landing pages. Here you can either choose to set up your daily budget or lifetime budget. It doesn't matter in our case, but with a lifetime budget, it will spend faster for sure. Okay. Main things are happening here in this part where you're setting up ad sets. Here you choose performance goal. It's either maximize number of link clicks or maximizing number of landing pages views. Dynamic creative is like an opportunity to dynamically mix some of images, some of headlines, and optimize them for audience. Like a couple of years ago, it worked horrible, but now, but now, with the rise of AI, it works better every year. So allow this to happen. I believe it's clear. Just setting up dates so campaign start and campaign head. And here you can choose your audience. Yeah. If you have some, it will appear here. If you don't, then it won't. Here you choose some region. You can either include or exclude regions. Yeah, for example, some countries, specific cities, and even you can target in some special parts of Minnesota. I always like parts of Minnesota, St. Petersburg, Florida. You can target in some certain radius, yeah, by districts, by even I encountered these hyper local campaigns that advertised on one street, basically. Okay. Here what did I do? I switched to manually setting up audiences because that's the most important part in all ads. Here you choose which audience do you want to show your ad campaigns. It proposes me to use automatic option, but at least at the beginning, at least when you don't have any data stored in Pixel, at least when it didn't spend some money, it's far better to set it up manually from audience from audience you already cast deft, yeah, if we can say so. Okay. Here we choose age, gender, it's categories by interests and behaviors. It can be very different based on your basically audience and customer development. But for example, these are people that are interested in charities. Many of them. And here you can add something like, okay, let's focus with the things I know the most about. Yeah, and now we will show, for example, ads to people who are interested in charities and who are interested in pets. You can narrow down it even a lower scale and also add, for example, IT is not the best term. Technology, I believe. Emerging technologies, no, pets, but team job. For example, IT decision makers, yeah. Why not? Yeah, and as you see, audience narrowed down too much. It became too specific, and he just won't start to show your ads until you will bring it to at least medium range. So we will choose something more common. Okay. Now we will show our ads to people who interested in charities, who either have pets or interested in pets, and who are connected with technology. Languages, that's basically useless option. And then to use this audience one more time, you can save it and access it later in all your further campaigns. You don't have to fill this. Yeah, I believe in, in most in the most cases. And here, one more thing you should do before setting up ads directly. You have to choose placements. Don't allow Facebook to do it because, for example, audience network placements are totally useless for traffic campaigns. Messenger placements are useless too. Here you can see how your ad will be showed. So you, based on your creatives, based on your descriptions, you can choose placements that will suit your goals. Yeah, either you want to show only in Reels, then you like just okay. Then you will show only in Reels. Also, for example, you want to show only Instagram stories. Okay. Search results always disabled. Uh, and here we are. The only thing left is to create ads creatives. I don't have any recommendation for ads creative because it's always specific towards your goal. I mostly for fundraising, for direct fundraising to raise some money. I mostly use like the most basic ad format. It's single image, and good story. Uh, it's completely new account. I don't have anything here, so yeah. Hmm. Um, you can, by the way, use this when I talked about not to use AI generated text. I talked about your stories on your landing pages so that you send to your donators into your emailing list. But for ads, actually, it's works pretty same as if you write it, because people mostly click on image and nobody is reading the whole text anyway, so it's not a problem to use AI generated headlines, AI generated text, but That's for dog. We always give a name because it makes it more personal. Uh, Here you place a link. Okay, I can't put the link here, for example. Yes. Here you can show some, okay. Here, in the second option, you can choose how your link will look in Facebook advertising. And this, for example, yeah. And here, third important point, setting up events that will fire on your website. We can't do it basically now because we already set it up at campaign. But you should always set it up through Pixel in advance. Yeah. And here you can create version B. Okay, nice. You choose creative. Either you want to test creative, either you want to test a new audience or new placement, or you can like combine these two into. Yeah. Okay. So here you have one campaign, here you have another. We can't launch it now because we didn't enter payment date to Facebook. But in general, everything works like that. It's pretty simple, and the only thing you have to do before launching ads is to click here, go to Events Manager, and connect your website with analytics with Facebook Pixel. Okay, let's imagine we already have our pixel. By the way, it looks like that. Yeah, Facebook pixel code. And what should we do with it? At first, we are going to Google Marketing Platform. And click here, Tag Manager. That's thing that we care about. Basically, what is Tag Manager? It is container, web container script that can connect, that contains other scripts. You don't have to manually install, implement, hard code all the new scripts like Pixel, like Google Analytics. Yeah, you just have to create one Google Tag Manager, and then you can manage all your future advertising scripts from one place. It's very convenient. It's well organized, so literally no reason not to do it. Yeah. How does it works? Inside Google Tag Manager, there is text, as you may guess from its name. Yeah. And to create tag, you should name it. take one, take configuration. Here you can either, if you're installing Google Analytics scripts or Google Ads scripts, you can just put, for example, like ID, a measurement ID, and that's it. It will be installed. If you're installing custom scripts, and from Google Tag Manager, for example, Facebook Pixel is custom script, then you put here custom HTML tag and write something. It's example. It's not Facebook script. Yeah, I just want to show how Google Tag Manager works. Okay. And after placing script here, you choose where it triggers. Here it's a bit complicated because there are a lot of events set it up. In most cases, your very first scripts will be firing at all pages. What does it mean? It means when this script works. And if you implement analytics, Facebook Pixel, you want it to work on mostly all the pages. If you implement Google Analytics, you want it to track all your pages. So it's quite simple. You choose all the pages and okay. And then click see. And that's it. Basically, submit, publish. Always write some descriptions. I won't, but you should do it because if you won't do it, you will forget what scripts did you add, what didn't. So okay, just a good practice. So that's it. We added some script to existing website without accessing it, without doing some code. It's already implemented. It's already working. To implement Google Tag Manager itself, you have to install initial code, on your website. It's quite simple too. Just you can copy first part of Google Tag Manager script into head section of your website, and second part into body section of your website. And then I believe I don't have to check. Mm. Mm. Where we were checking it here. Yes, and it will show you that everything is properly installed. Your Google Tag Manager code is working good, and you can implement other tags inside it. So I believe it's everything for today. Maybe tomorrow we will still install Facebook Pixel code because as you see, I have to create business manager account. It's not a very easy thing to do, not very fast thing to do, yeah. But if Facebook will approve business account, so then tomorrow we will install this Facebook Pixel code. through Google Tag Manager, install Google Analytics through Google Tag Manager, and if not, then we won't do it, obviously. And we will go through Google Ads advertising. We will do some search keywords research. We will create Google Ads campaigns, create Google Analytics, and talk a little about Google Ad Grants program, how you can apply for it if you have if you're eligible for it, and I will show you how you can start raising money online with the help of fundraising services. Now, if you have some questions, I will be happy to answer.